Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this card making tutorial. Today we're making this lovely birthday card featuring the Bloom's Impressions Designer Series paper from Stampin Up, and this is a freebie during celebration. So during celebration, for every qualifying purchase you can choose a free item from the celebration catalogue, and this paper was one of the freebies I got, so I thought I'd show you an idea to use it, and I came up with this lovely bright fun birthday card. So let me show you how I did it. I'm going to start off with a piece of basic white cardstock, measures 14.35 centimeters by 10, and I'm going to use my silicone mat as well, just so I hopefully don't get glue everywhere. Well, that's my theory anyway. And then I've got a piece here of the Designer Series paper, the same measurements, and I'm going to cut this into strips. And this measures 10 centimeters wide, so I'm going to cut this into 1 centimeter strips. And I'm going to just make sure that I keep them in order, some sort of order, not that it really matters, because you won't really know any difference. So this is a lovely bright floral paper from the celebration catalogue, and I love it. So bright and happy. Perfect anecdote to the dark, dismal days of January, I have to say. And when I'm filming this, it is definitely a dark, dismal day. The fog has been in all day. It has started to clear now, but there's still heavy cloud. And we haven't seen the sun for, I've lost track how many days now, so need a little bit of brightness in our lives to cheer us up, and nothing better than some nice bright colourful cardstock to play with. So there we go, and then the last one here, something like that. Okay, get the trimmer out of the way, bring this back, and we're just going to layer these in strips. So I'm just going to start off with my floral pattern. Now you could have done this in a different colourway, but I decided just to stick to the same. It was easier. And I just liked the way, I loved all these different combinations of colours together. So now I'm going to turn over the next strip, so we're alternating the patterns. And I'm using wet glue to try and give me a little bit of wriggle room to get things lined up as best as possible. And you don't have to use a new piece of Designer Series paper the way I did. This is a great way to use up your scraps as well. So if you've got lots of bits of this paper left over from a project, you can cut them into strips and use them on a card such as this. It's a great way to use up those scraps, because we've all got a ton of scraps, and as crafters we never want to chuck anything away. We've got a ton of stuff that we'll just use maybe someday, when, if, who knows. And this is a great way to start to use it up, because I mean it takes up space, which most of us don't have, and we want to buy new stuff, so until we can use up what we've got, we can't buy anything new. So this is a great way to use it up. Okay. There we go. And now this one, just make sure you remember which side you need to put the glue on. So I don't know what time of year is the favourite for you, what month is your favourite, but I have to say January is definitely not one of mine where I'm filming this. I'm looking forward to the spring flowers and sunshine to brighten up the day. There we go. But as many people say, it's a perfect time to be inside crafting. Are you doing a lot of crafting at the moment? I love to see what people make. It's so inspirational to see everybody's different designs and projects and cards and all sorts of stuff using paper crafts. I love to see what people have come up with. So, you know, tag me into your projects, Crafting with Ashee, and let me have a look and see what your lovely things you've made, and we can inspire each other, which I think is just great. Alright, last but not least, this one here. And don't worry if your pieces don't fit exactly like mine haven't. I've got a little bit on the top that's white. We can trim all of this down in a second and disguise any boo-boos. So that's what we've got so far. Isn't that lovely? I made our own pattern paper. So as I said, I'm going to disguise some boo-boos. So I'm going to trim this little bit along the base that I can see where I shouldn't have. There's a bit of white showing. And then I'm going to take it around the other way and do the same. So I think I'm going to take it down to 9.5 centimetres. So I'm going to trim just a little bit there. I want them to be sort of even, so I'll trim a little bit more from here. There we go. And then I'm going to trim just a tiny bit off this stage. And then I'm going to bring this one down to 13.85. So I've taken basically 0.5 centimetre off two sides. Okay, lovely. This is when you get your trimmer full of lovely glue as well. Okay, so let's bring in our card base. Well, let's first do this bit actually. I've got a piece here of same paper, just a different pattern, and I'm going to decide, I think I'm going to cut this down to 10 by 10. Let's see, what does this measure now? No, it measures 8 centimetres, so I'm going to cut on the other side to 10 centimetres. Okay, and then I want to make a little mark. I'm just going to use my scoring tool where it's 5 centimetres. I can't see a thing there that I've scored, so I'll do it on the opposite side. And I'm going to bring in a pencil rather, because I can't see where I've scored that. 5 centimetres is just halfway. So I've got a piece that measures 8 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And that is for the scrap part, and I just want to make a little banner using this, so I'm just going to get a scissors, what you call this, a ruler, and I'm just going to draw a line to each corner, and then we can just cut along this line either with your trimmer or with the scissors. Okay. Now I'm just going to use my scissors. And because I've made my pencil marks on the reverse, no one will ever see anything, and then we just have a little piece that's going to be there coming out. Okay, so let's stick everything down. So our card base is thick basic white. So this is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then we're just going to stick this down in the centre. We've got a nice little white border around, and then we're just going to stick this down here like that. They're pretty. And then I've got a sentiment here that I've die cut already to save some time. And this is from the Wanted to Say dies. And it just says happy birthday. So it's this die set here. It says Wanted to Say. Bring back my thingy-jiggy, my silicone mats. I am going to just make sure all the bits are out here. And then I'm going to use my tweezers and some glue. I'll just get rid of some of these bits. I'm just going to use a small amount of glue. You really don't want a lot, but you don't want it splodging everywhere, because glue doesn't really look nice ever on foil cardstock. So we're just going to put, there we go, happy. And then I'm going to do the same with the birthday here. Okay, I'm just using my tweezers. These are reverse tweezers to try and keep my fingers out of the glue as much as possible. Just like that. Lovely. And now we're just going to stick this down to our card. Okay, so we're just going to stick our sentiment down. I've just put some dimensionals on the back. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to use some rhinestones. And we're just going to add some rhinestones here and there, just for a little bit of extra bling. So there we go. I think that will be enough, as good as a feast. So there we have our two lovely birthday cards featuring the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper and Wanted to Say dies from Stampin' Up. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.